This week on Chicago Beer Pass, Nick and I are getting in all kinds of trouble as we call out people's BS on brewing beer, pricing beer, all that good stuff on this week's episode. So stay tuned, join us, grab a beer, and check out this week's episode.
Yeah, because, you get a cork popped out, boop, it just flies like fucking 10 feet. We're like, yeah, let's do it. The legend, Mr. Pete Crowley. I love Pete Crowley, man.
How's that beer? It's what you think it is.
It'll be like the stuff you hear. You ever go to, every time you go to Floyd's, all the music sounds like this. Raw, raw, raw.
Hey everyone, I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Hey, I'm Nik White.
And this is Chicago Beer Pass. We're back again. Every week we're here to drink beer, talk about drinking beer, and let you know where we're going to be drinking this coming week. Feels good. I like doing the show. It's fun.
It's got a good rhythm too.
Yeah.
We go to a lot of stuff. We get to talk about it and share it with folks.
We try to go to a lot.
We try to go to a lot of stuff. Minimally, we talk about going to a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I have big dreams for the things I'm going to go to, and then when the day of comes, I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty tired.
This couch feels great. I think I'm just going to sit here.
But as always, we're drinking local beer, usually Chicago-based. Sometimes we branch out into the rest of the Illinois area. But this time we have the Crystal Hero from Revolution.
Yeah, 7.2% IPA from the good folks at Rev. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is part of their Hero series. They have Anti-Heroes like the classic one, or their mainstay. They have Crystal Hero. They have
Jukebox Hero.
Jukebox Hero. There's one more.
There's Local Hero.
Local Hero.
Which is like the Hophead Farms hops. Mm-hmm. What are we missing?
I don't know. So Crystal Hero is the one they did for C2E2, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So originally was brewed for that and has since now seen the light of day outside of just C2E2 and brew pubs and actually went into cans.
Yeah.
This is pretty tasty IPA. I think I like the on tap version a little better when I've had it, but yeah.
I think Jukebox Hero is the black IPA. I like that, roasty, hoppy. Mm-hmm. And then Anti-Hero. Those are probably my two favorites of the Hero series.
But this one is very juicy and pineapple, and it's just like almost at this point like a classic IPA
Exactly.
taste.
They're going for a straightforward American IPA.
Mm-hmm. I think these are limited cans. I thought I saw a tweet or something that this was not going to be a year-round beer that they were going to do. So if you see it, you should probably pick them up because it may go away.
I feel like the only time I've had it has been on the show. I think we've had it before.
Oh, we have? Shit.
I feel like we have, right? I've seen it here. Maybe we were just drinking, but...
Okay, I don't know. Man, I was like...
It's the only time I've seen it.
Bummer. Jeez. Our first repeat, I think, on the show. Ouch. I don't know. I didn't keep track of this.
It could be me. It could be in my head. That
Maybe
we had it
you
on
were
the show.
drinking it somewhere else. Well, we can drink some Leinenkugel's shanties in there if we want. But we'll keep sipping on these. Yeah, what'd you say, 7%? So pretty good size. We'll keep sipping on these as we run through this past week.
Yeah.
So as I said at the top, I had ambitions to do things.
Yes.
And I don't know where I planted flowers. I don't know. I did housework this weekend.
Amen.
I did make it over to Corridor for lunch last Friday. So I had beer there, some food. Always just solid place to get food and beer.
Yeah. I've only been there once.
Okay. During the day, there's like no one in there.
Yeah.
Because it's not really a destination where not that many people working around there. If anyone's there, they're like with friends, sometimes kids, like off school, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And it's not too far from Wrigley. So if you're in that area, it's like nothing like the typical Wrigleyville bars.
No, not at all. And the couple down that street have shut down too. So that street isn't even like a bar going street anymore. So it's it's a weird strip right at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Corridor. That was the only thing I did.
Yeah.
What about you?
Man, I went to a couple of non-beer events.
Okay.
One was for gin. Gin's always fun. It's cucumber.
Drinking, though. They weren't like cookie making.
Oh, yeah. I went to pottery class.
Pottery class.
I went to a couple of non-beer drinking events.
Okay.
Yeah. One was a cucumber event. No, it was a Hendrix Gin event celebrating Cucumber Day, which I believe is like today. So they were doing a preview of the cocktails they're going to make on Cucumber Day.
Okay.
So Hendrix Gin obviously has cucumber in it, cucumber and like rose petals in it.
Sure.
And like 11 other botanicals. Like
Cucumber Day. It's also National Bourbon Day.
Man, we are in love with these last few years. We've been in love with giving like everything its own day.
Yeah.
Right?
Where's my day? I guess that's my birthday, right?
Chmielewski Day. You know, yeah. So this was at the Wit. So the roof at the Wit.
Okay.
That's where that event was.
And this is different than the Hendrix Gin like pop up thing that they did. Was that Hendrix?
Yeah, Hendrix does really cool pop ups. It'll be like the Oddities of the World pop up. You walk in and it's part, Creep Show, part Ripley's Believe It or Not. You know, it's just like this really weird.
So this
festival.
wasn't that
This
at all?
wasn't that. This was just them saying, "Hey, let's go party at the roof and talk about these cocktails."
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
and the roof has like a new mixologist and a new chef. So they said, "Hey, Cucumber Day, boom, let's do our Hendrix event."
All right.
It's basically that. Yeah. So it was really really quiet. Maybe like 20 people.
Oh, nice.
Which is
Okay.
which I'm okay with sometimes.
Yeah.
So I went to that, and then I went to a wine tasting, man.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I bring these things up, wine and gin, because wine barrels, or a lot of those are used to age beers in.
Gin
And then
barrels, too.
Gin barrels too. Gin and beer go great together. If you just want to like make a little cocktail. Yeah. This was the Borgioni grand tasting. This was at the Vertigo Sky Lounge.
What's the Vertigo Sky Lounge?
It's at the Dana Hotel.
Oh,
So
okay.
I guess that's River North. By Rock and Roll McDonald's, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like over there. Yeah, so they do this event like twice a year, and they rotate cities. So this wasn't in Chicago last year. Yeah, 25 families from this one region in France, right? Like the southeast region of France. And each family, there was like 25 different families, 2 grapes. So they had like a Chardonnay grape and a Pinot Noir grape. So those are only 2 wines that each family had. And it was, the consumer went around and just like compared, what the difference is between this family and that family.
Yeah.
I didn't really, it all kind of tasted like wine to me. you know?
Okay.
But
I think that's the problem when you don't drink that specific thing a lot. You're kind of like sour beers. They all taste sour.
exactly. Or
hoppy
like,
beers
and you can dive a little deeper and say, hey, this Chardonnay leans on the tart, unripened fruit side. This one leans on the sweeter side. But other than that, they're all too similar for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I asked, I'm like, hey, what? I asked one family. I said, hey, what oak barrels are you using to age your wine? He's like, well, we don't really use oak. We use stainless steel. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, why would you do that? He said, because we don't have enough limestone in the soil that grows our grapes. So if we put our grapes in a wine barrel, like all the tannins from the wood would overpower the grape, and all you would taste is the oak, and it would be
okay.
out of balance. And I didn't never really thought about that.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
there's that. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that Lake Effect does uses wine barrels. We all know Sophie from Goose is in wine barrels. So
Yeah.
that was interesting.
That's
But
all right.
totally not beer events though.
So, but you learned something. You felt like you learned a thing or two.
I felt like I learned something.
All right,
Yeah,
nice.
So there's that.
All right. So that's the 2 things you made it to this week.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing. I also I made it to Finch, the new Finches.
Oh, that's right. I saw a picture go up on our Facebook page. Everyone should be following that or like it up. Do you follow? Do you like?
You follow? I think you like on Facebook.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
It's all
Like us
very-
up there so you can follow along.
Yeah, it's all a big blur, the social media thing, right? Yeah, Finch has officially invaded completely the break room brewery space.
Not even invaded. They have conquered.
They have conquered. It's a Finch. It's Finch everywhere. It's great. It's 2 floor. That space is really nice. It was always a really nice space. So Finch is there, and I didn't stay very long. Something came up, so I had to leave. But I tried one beer. I really need to get back over there. So apparently the chef, Matthias Mergis, right? He took over their kitchen. He's going to be doing the food at Finch's, and then he's also doing the food. His restaurant group is doing the food at Old Irving Brewery,
Oh, okay.
which is like down the street.
Old Irving Brewery.
Yeah, it's going to be on what is that?
Old Irving?
Montrose.
Montrose.
No, it's in Old Irving, but it's on like Montrose, just
Okay.
east of Cicero.
Where's Finch's? Where's the brew pub?
Finch's is in Albany Park, so
Albany
this
Park.
is like
Albany Park and Old Irving are like right next to each other, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're not far apart at all. So he's on this project. I know he was at he's a chef involved with like You Show, the
Yeah.
Asian joint, and he's doing those two projects as well.
Oh,
So
when's Old
Old
Irving?
Irving's not open yet.
When's it supposed to?
They say September.
Oh, okay.
They say September.
Yeah, I'm looking for a new place to move. Been
Oh,
looking
yeah?
up there. Maybe that could sway me a little bit.
Yeah, man. You know they got some nice homes up there. Little bit more space. When you go further north to like the edges of the city, if whether south or north, Jeff Park or even down south, like
Yeah.
you get a little more. You get more bang for your buck.
Sure.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden we're talking about square footage in the
Yeah.
city for fucking mortgages. What are we doing?
We got room for beer. You got room for your beer. You
Room
got
for beer.
You have room for parties so people can come by and drink beer with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you had a drink there? Did you eat there?
No, I had to go. I came and went. I took a few photos and then I had to split.
Okay.
I did have their IPA.
Oh.
Their beers are tasting good.
Okay.
So I'm excited to go back. It's not terribly far from me.
All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully they didn't see our episode where our cans possibly exploded.
That beer was on tap too, the Sungasm.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not getting that. But see, that's what happens when you have errors in packaging.
now
it's you're scarred. Now it's with me.
Yeah,
Every
you're
time I think about
thinking,
Sungasm, I'm like,
I don't know. I didn't love that when I had it in cans, so why would I get it on draft?
yeah. But I had their IPA,
Okay.
and I dug it.
Nice. Well, everyone should check out the new Finch. It was just Finch Brew Pub, right?
Yeah,
it's called
Finch. Yeah.
now. Over there, definitely dug the space when it was break room. So very cool to see that space not go to waste.
Yeah, big open space with 2 levels of seating. Really cool open floor plan with wood, clean lines of sight.
Nice. Okay.
Nice stuff.
So that was our past week.
Yes.
And it also didn't help too that there wasn't a lot of events going on. So this wasn't completely our fault, right?
I mean, we tried.
Well, I didn't really
you
try.
didn't really
Yeah.
try.
But there wasn't a lot going on. But this weekend and this week seems like there's quite a few things happening.
It's a little bit more active. We talked about the good folks over at Fishman's, right?
Yeah.
They're closing soon. Rumor has it they're going to have another project, but Fishman's, as we know it, is going to go away.
Right.
So now they're having their going away party
On June 18th, which is
that's Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So this is, it's kind of one of their tapped out kind of events, but it's possibly one of their last tapped out events.
Yeah.
I don't have all the details on like what they're gonna have. They usually post like the draft list or beers that they may have as I can quickly scroll through Facebook. But we'll share a link on Facebook and on Twitter as well, so you can kind of check that event out. Go there, support Fishman's, especially if you haven't been over there or seen their space at all. Like now's a good time to just be like, oh, cool, okay, just know what it was.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think they are one of the spaces that we probably mention the most on the show because they're always partying.
Yeah.
And they've always got good beer, and a lot of local breweries make it a point to have their beer on tap or in the bottle shop at Fishman's.
All right. Very cool. So that's Saturday. Anything before that?
Yeah, Friday, Lou Dog Events is putting on the Chicago Ale Fest. This is the 3rd annual Chicago Ale Fest.
And this is the Buckingham Fountain.
Yeah, this is Buckingham Fountain. So this is a $50 ticket right downtown. This will be Friday. I believe this is Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, and
And we had him on the show a while. Like
we had.
Man, it was probably a year and a half ago now.
Yeah,
before New Year's,
Yeah.
2015, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because Josh Seago from Lou Dog Events, they do the Naperville Fest. They do the Brew Year's Eva Fest. Brew Year's Eva. They do the Brew Year's Eva Fest, and then they also do this fest.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And it happened last year. It got canceled the year before.
Correct. Weather.
Okay.
Yeah. I went last year.
Yeah. What did you think?
I loved it.
Okay.
I thought it was great. There's live music. It's right at Buckingham Fountain. And then, and this pisses me off. Like, we don't party we party on the water because we know Kurt.
Yeah, we went on the brew cruises.
But we don't take advantage of downtown and, all those structures, all the landmarks downtown like we should. So this is sadly, one of the few events, big craft beer events in downtown Chicago.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so check that out. Grab a ticket, $50. Yeah, I didn't go last year, so maybe I'll try to head downtown this weekend.
Party downtown. There's a ton of breweries in the South Loop that you can pregame at. Obviously, there's Haymarket downtown as well. Not to mention Villains is over there, a really cool beer bar. And I'm pretty sure Cletus's spot, Bachi, Cafe Bachi.
Oh, that's right.
That's downtown. So there's a lot of options for you to pregame. Our friends over at House and Hood, or even Side Door, Jake Melnick's. This is all in the downtown area. So you can do your your post game there if you go to this event this weekend.
Man, speaking of those places, we got to do another crawl.
That was good, man.
We got to do another crawl.
I really dug the crawl, the Chicago Beer Pass crawl. We were targeting like Diversity, I think, right?
For the next one?
We talked about
I
it.
think we're going to do Beer Miscuous,
Yeah.
Burnt City, and Delilah's.
There we go.
Maybe not in that order. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I feel like pick a night that Beer Miscuous has food trucks. They usually post that schedule. So we could start there and eat and have a beer. So we'll be on that soon. Maybe we'll pick a day here.
Yeah.
So that's Friday and Saturday. Anything else happening this weekend?
A couple more events on Saturday. Brew to be Wild is an event at Lincoln Park Zoo.
Okay.
So this is also a $50 ticket. Both of those events are 6 p.m. start. Brew to be Wild and the Chicago Ale Fest. I went to Brew to be Wild, and to be totally honest, man, in comparison to like Josh's event, like Brew to be Wild was like madly oversold. Like,
really?
It was like, it wasn't that great. It was just like,
That's weird. Like, is it just because it's summer at the zoo? And
well, that zoo. I mean, people think it's an exaggeration, but like on 4th of July weekend, they put like 18,000 people in that zoo. That's a lot of people, man. Like, think about that. Like, so they're gonna sell like 11,000 tickets to this thing.
Yeah.
And these brewers are gonna get pounded. Everybody's gonna run out of beer, and it's gonna be like,
Is that Lincoln Park Zoo, right?
It's at Lincoln Park Zoo.
Yeah, that zoo doesn't have anything in it. Like, it's a sad zoo. Like, it's amazing that it's free. Like, that's
Oh, you
straight
mean
up.
like not this event, but
Not
like,
that it meant.
but the zoo.
The zoo itself. Like, to have a zoo in the middle of your city that is free to go into. Yeah, that's awesome. But it's sad. Like, there's not a lot.
It's almost just like big, wide, open spaces with like a handful of animals.
It's like
right?
a park with some wild animals.
Right.
Yeah, it's less of a zoo and more of like a attraction.
I don't know. This party, if it depends on what you're in for. If some people like the chaos, the energy of crowds, loud thumping music, everybody like maybe just drinking a few more than they should have drank. Some people like that.
I guess
so
I like
I'm not
that.
trying to diss it.
I like Mayfest. They're like the ones like in Lincoln Square, like those. But at the zoo, sweaty people. I don't know. All right, fair enough though.
If B96 threw a beer fest, it would look like it would look like this, right?
Okay, that's probably appropriate.
Speaking of fest, I was talking about somebody went to the Midsummer Fest this weekend. I was like, Brad told me about that fest.
I know.
It happened. You missed it, man. It happened this weekend.
I missed it.
The Glug Slushies, man. You missed it.
I missed it. I
Yeah.
know. I had to go to Simon's. They usually do the Glug Slushies through the summer, so I had to go up there and at least get one.
Yeah.
I think this might be the first Midsummer Fest I've missed in years.
That's a good party.
Don't remind me. Don't.
Yeah. So Brew to be Wild, $50 at Lincoln Park Zoo this weekend.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. I mean, Brookfield throws an event, and it's not this weekend, but Brookfield throws an event that's a little bit calmer. It's on a Sunday. They usually throw a beer fest too. So
Oh, they do. Okay.
if you just want to party at the zoo and support a zoo, there's options.
Is that one? Okay.
Yeah. So.
I have to we're going to mention that when it comes up because I'd like to go I haven't gone to Brixie's and then go to Brookfield.
That's true. You could hit Brixie's and Imperial Oak. And
All right off the train too.
Yeah, and go to Brookfield Zoo.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, one more event Saturday. Spiteful Brewing. They're doing an event called A Goddamn Beautiful Day.
Okay.
So it's a release for 2 of their beers. So with your ticket, it's at the Green Lady. With your ticket, you get a bomber of their Malevolence Chocolate Caliente Russian Imperial Stout. That's the beer that took a gold at FOBAT.
Okay.
And then you also get 2 bombers of their Barrel-Aged Goddamn Pigeon Porter. And you also get 2 glasses. And then you get 3 pours of those beers.
So you get 3 bombers.
Yes.
And 2 glasses and
Yes.
3 beers.
Right.
So,
Pours.
Let's see. So let me think about it. So it's beer, like what, $15 each?
Right.
So we got $45 there. Glasses, We'll just say 10, right?
fine.
55,
Yeah.
and then 3 beers, another.
Yeah, 3 pours. Yeah, 3 like use samples.
Oh,
Like,
samples.
so like little 4-ounce pours.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go like $10, right?
Yeah. So you're up to like what, like $80 or something.
No, 55.
Oh yeah, right.
I added up 55 on that. How much is this event?
This event is 110 American dollars.
Woof.
Yeah, they are. They're not playing games.
So where's the justification here, right? The rare Russian Imperial
I guess,
Stout?
well, they're barrel aged versions of those beers. I think well.
All 3 are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You get 2 barrel aged goddamn pigeon porters, and then you get 1 barrel aged Malevolence Chocolate Caliente.
all right, I would add $10 more on my $15.
Okay. Oh,
So
you're 55.
so 20. So they're 25 each. So yeah, now I'm at
Yeah.
55, 65 is $85.
Mm-hmm.
110. Oof.
Yeah. It's gonna be 110.
Okay.
So there's that.
You feel like that's a lot, right? What was Dark Lord tickets?
Dark Lord Day was.
Were they 300?
What was that? It was like it was at least 200, right? It was somewhere between $200 and $300, right?
I didn't go because it was a lot of money.
Right. I'm trying to think how much it was. It was a lot, man. It's a lot of cash.
I'm not saying I didn't know because I went for free or something, but
Yeah.
I didn't know because I didn't want to buy that ticket. It's expensive.
It's a stiff price point. And then when you look at when you look at what Dark Lord did, you look at what Rare Day did. I mean, I guess they're just kind of this is what one-off beer releases. This is what it's come to, you know.
Is this justified for spiteful?
I mean, I like their beer. Don't get me wrong. I think they're great guys, and I think their beer's really good. I'll say that.
Agree.
$110 is a very stiff price point. Having said that,
I think there are a lot of people that are passionate spiteful fans.
yeah,
But I don't know if they're not as big. They're not. No one knows them outside the city,
well,
really.
they've got a really small space. Their space
Yeah.
is probably the same size as a studio, like literally, like 600 square feet.
So I guess if you think about it, you're really supporting them.
You're supporting them, and then and they've to their credit, they've supported a lot of like nonprofit events.
If they want to come on and defend this price point, we'll gladly talk to them on the show about this.
So.
If they wanted to bring some of the beer for us to try,
This is,
I'm not going to, turn that down.
I smell what you're cooking, Brad, and I agree with you. So yeah.
That's what we should do. We should just be like, this beer is terrible. You need to come on and explain to me why it's not and bring some of the...
And then also bring all 3 beers.
Yeah.
And the glassware. No, maybe, if you got the glassware.
Maybe some other beers. I
Just
just bring me a keg. We'll just...
listen. Let's just come talk about it. Just bring the keg and we'll figure it all out. All right.
All right. So those are all the events happening this weekend that people should check out.
Yeah, I think that's all I got for events, man.
Okay. There's probably a few other. We'll make sure we share them on our Facebook page and try to tweet them out if we can. Sometimes they're just limited edition beers on tap that, they don't need to be mentioned here.
Yeah.
We'll share them. Let you know.
There you go.
All right. But any beer news happening?
Man.
Anything happen in the world of drinking?
We got a little bit of beer news, Brad. Let's jump right into it, man. The good folks at Walmart have a private label beer apparently now.
Okay.
Yeah, so Walmart is like, I don't know, maybe America's largest retailer. And they're not calling it private label. They're using some kind of, they're just saying like, it's not a private label. There's like it's another term they're using.
Okay. What's it called?
Oh, it's called Trouble.
Okay. Weird.
So Rochester, New York, Trouble Brewing is making the beers. So all their beers have the word trouble in them. They're making like 4 beers. It's like an amber ale. And
How big is that brewery to make?
I don't know. I've never heard of.
They gotta be huge, right?
It gotta be. So Walmart has 4,600 stores. This is gonna be in 2,200 of the 46 to start out. So those guys are the winners here. Fucking Trouble Brewing.
Right. This is guaranteed already to be like a top 5 consumed beer, right?
Yeah.
Right out there.
And minimally the top 5. Yeah.
Just the sheer size. Like, I'm not even saying it's good or not. Just the size that.
Walmart now has. It's no different from like, I guess, like Gino Z saying, hey, look, why would I buy why would I buy beer from these guys when I can just make it myself, right?
I guess.
It's a similar concept.
Yeah.
So they got 4 beers coming out, and Walmart is in the craft beer production game.
Interesting. Is it craft beer then? It's really just.
Well, Trouble is a craft brewery.
By that size now, are they?
I mean,
That's a lot of beer.
2,200 stores.
Like how much beer is that? I want to know. Are the barrels yet? Like,
yeah, I'm curious. They Walmart was quoted as saying, "Hey, we got into the craft beer market because there were 24 million barrels of craft beer produced last year. It was a 13% increase from the previous year." Yeah, and you're looking at like it's a $22 billion industry apparently. Craft beer is in America, so
it's not that big, really. Like that's not.
I guess they're saying like hey,
Walmart probably does that in like a half day.
Yeah, they're Walmart.
Yeah.
You know.
So.
Oh no, man. Hey man, I'm just delivering the news, man.
We should try this beer.
I'm curious. It's not hard to find.
Okay.
They're everywhere.
It's a lot of Walmarts.
Yeah.
Man, I just want to know how much beer that is in the long run.
No, I hear you, and I'm very curious myself, especially from our view, seems just like a small local player in Rochester, New York, which is upstate New York.
Yeah.
Just a small East Coast brewery, and now they're cranking out.
So basically, Walmart bought this brewery, right? Like,
how else do you explain this? Yeah. Walmart bought the brewery, and my guess is
they expanded. This happened like years ago.
Yeah, I feel like, and it could be like a small town brewery
Just
thing.
like conspiracy theory here,
right? Well, no, we're like they're taking the beer and they're taking the Trouble Brewing guys, and they're at some, contract brewing location making all this beer just for Walmart.
Yeah.
There's no way you can make beer for 2,200 stores. Well, we don't know, but I imagine that'd be hard to do.
It's a lot of stores.
Yeah.
On Walmart level, too. Like you could do.
Walmart's not like the little, Miska's lounge here.
Right. Oh, we gave them 2 6-packs.
Boom, you're done.
You gotta have like multiple cases. You gotta have like a pallet at every place.
Exactly.
I just feel like that deal was in the works. For
I
want to
know more about this from the number standpoint.
I want to know, was Troublesome?
And no, Trouble.
Trouble. Were they a brewery beforehand?
Yes, that I want to know that too. The wool's not over our eyes. You probably made up this brewery called Trouble in Rochester, New York, because that sounds like it makes sense. Oh, Trouble Brewing in Rochester, New York. Oh, great. No, good for them. In reality, the whole time it was Walmart. Like it was never.
We've never heard of them.
Never.
Like, that's.
And we're not saying it's impossible that we didn't hear of them. We're just saying, like, come on. That's a big score.
But there are not that many breweries in New York. New York has an issue with local breweries.
That's true. I think whatever neighborhood we're in right now has more breweries than all of New York City.
Right. Because there's like the main 3 are like 6 Point. We got Brooklyn, and then Southern Tier.
Yeah.
And then the Blue Point.
Yeah.
That Goose Spot.
Yeah.
What are there? I have not.
Right.
There are like small ones that we don't know of, but that's
right. So what you're saying is, instead of getting this Trouble, instead of being purchased by AB or
they got purchased
Miller,
by Walmart.
Yeah, I think they got.
Or were they built by Walmart?
Or they were never in a small independent brewery, and they were always all Walmart. This was like the product of the Walmart marketing team the whole time. I mean, we don't know, and I feel bad because
I feel like these are truths. Like they've now put this on the internet. And these are the facts.
All right.
Again, if they want to come and defend, we'll have them on.
There's a theme here, Spiteful Brewing, Trouble Brewing. Come on the show, man. Let's get to the bottom of this. All right. What else? Forbidden Root. Yeah. So Forbidden Root this weekend is producing a limited bomber run of their Cherry Tree Amaru, which is a cherry stem ale. It's like 9.2%.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be available for purchase all day Saturday at their tap room.
It's bottles?
Yeah,
bottles.
bottles.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of Goose Island's alumni series number 3 went on tap this week.
Oh, okay.
So Goose has like a really strong lineage of brewers that went on to do their own thing at other locations.
Is this the B one or?
This is the Bread IPA from Matt Lincoln. Matt Lincoln went on to Fremont Brewing up in Seattle, Washington.
Okay, I think the B one is part of the Fulton and Wood.
Yeah, that is a Fulton and Wood release. Yeah, bread IPA from these guys. Apparently, Matt Lincoln created Juliet for Goose.
Nice. Okay.
One of the sisters. I didn't know that. Yeah. Cheers to Dry Hop. They celebrated their 3rd birthday this week.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Local Option celebrated their 30th birthday, which is pretty cool. I didn't know.
What?
I didn't know Local Option was 30 years old. Man.
Okay.
Yeah. And then a little bit of news out of Colorado, man.
Okay.
The Colorado Brewers Guild. 14 of their breweries are splitting from the guild to start their own guild. Yeah. So they're citing so the Colorado Craft Brewers Guild has been around since '96.
Okay.
Right. And it's a trade advocacy organization, right? Just like every other, state brewery. They cite some of the problems as lack of vision, lack of transparency, and information control. And these are the claims they're making towards the Colorado Guild. So they're going to break off and start their own guild.
Okay.
The name of the new guild is going to be, Craft Beer Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah. And some big names out of Colorado are leaving the guild. I'll just read a few of them. Epic, Great Divide, New Belgium, Oscar Blues, Left Hand are all leaving. 14 in total.
Okay.
To start their own guild, man. What is going on in Colorado?
I don't know. It sounds familiar, or like maybe a sign, right?
I mean, I wouldn't be. I guess people, the bigger craft gets, I guess people's goals change, objectives change, and everyone's not on the same page with these changes apparently.
Right,
So,
and the more breweries you have, the harder it is to, have everyone's voice be heard.
exactly. So
Ugh.
it wouldn't surprise me if you saw this happen in other states.
Yeah, like look at California. It's
Yeah.
huge. Like I don't even know. Is there one guild that represents all of California, or is it like divided up?
Yeah, like Michigan. Michigan's the same way.
Yeah.
A lot of big breweries out there too. I went to Lake Effect. We take the tour to Lake Effect,
Yeah.
Brew Bus tour. Their latest entry in the Inland Sea series is a blueberry Berliner Weiss.
Oh, that's right. He was on, talked about that entire inland sea, all the lakes, and yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, and that beer is really good.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really good. The Custer Street Art Fair is up in Evanston this weekend, and Sketchbook will be the sole beer provider there.
Whoa.
Yeah, Sean Curry told me to tell you that personally.
He's so mad I haven't heard, like, I need to, I back to my Kickstarter, and I haven't picked up my beer. I need to go up there so bad.
So we should go up there. I haven't been up there either. I'd love to go up there. Yeah. That's it for news, man.
All right. All right, well, we should get out of here before we start more trouble. Nick, where do people get in touch with you when you're not here recording?
Right on, man. I'm on Twitter at Nicosio.
And I'm on Twitter at BRAD. Chicago Beer Pass is on Twitter at Chicago Beer Pass. Mentioned our Facebook page a couple times. That's / Chicago Beer Pass. Be sure to like us up there. We're sharing events, photos, other things we come across that you should definitely check out. And then the website, chicagobeerpass.com. All the episodes are posted there. Links to iTunes, Stitcher, the YouTube version. Got the better camera going, so I think these look better and are more in sync than they used to be. So cheers. Hopefully you're enjoying those and seeing us dancing and drinking. And yeah, and we'll be back next week with another episode and more Chicago beer.
Right on. Cheers.